Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you logging in and tuning in for this video. So today I want to take a little second just to talk to you about Terraform. Um, what is Terraform, and especially in DevOps. So why DevOps engineers like to use Terraform. So I mean, pretty much Terraform is a infrastructure as code. Okay, so it is a tool that manage your cloud infrastructure as code. Okay, so I mean, instead of you around on AWS or Azure, you just write, so which is called a TF files. Okay, and that would describe. I mean, you describe what you want. Things like network servers or storage, and Terraform will just build it for you. Okay, so pretty much that's what it is in simple words. Okay, and for DevOps engineers, why we use it is because it is reliable, right? And then you can it's easy to manage your infrastructure. Okay, so because it's gonna automate the whole setup for your infrastructure. So and it keeps your infrastructure in version control, just like application code. It also works across many cloud provider, so one tool covers all. That's pretty much what it is. So in short, Terraform makes infrastructure repeatable, reliable, and easy to manage. So which is exactly what DevOps is all about. Okay. So today I have here a project. So I'm just gonna show you this right here. So this will be a modular Terraform project. So here we have different modules. Okay, and we're gonna be using AWS. So first of all, so we're gonna be using AWS. Uh, um, services, and we are using Terraform to provision those services for us. Okay, so we have the first service, so EC2. Okay, so on EC2 you have mainly three files. Okay, so you have the main.tf file, you have the output, and you have the variables. Okay, so those are the main file that you have in each service here. Okay, so just to show you real quick, so the file before I show you what's inside the file. I wanted just to talk about the key files in the Terraform module, right? So we have the main.tf file. So this is where the actual resource live. It's the heart of the module. Here you define what infrastructure you want Terraform to build, such as EC2 instances, S3 bucket, IAM role, VPCs. Think of it as a blueprint that tells Terraform here's what to create. And then we have the variable instead of hard coding values inside main.tf file, so we make them dynamic using variable. And the variable.tf file is where we declare all the input a user can customize. So things like instance size, region. This makes the module flexible and reusable. And we have the other key part of the file, which is the output, and that is pretty much once Terraform create resources. Sometimes sometimes we want to grab information about them, like the public IP of the EC2 instance, or the ARN of the IRM role. So the output.tf file is where we declare what information should be returned after Terraform apply. So this output can also be a pass to other modules. This is the little configuration I have for EC2. Sources will be AWS security group. It's going to also create the security group for us. Okay, so the egress. Okay, and another resource also that is going to create is a AWS instance. Okay, so and those are the specificity of the instance that we're going to be creating. Okay, so that's pretty much what it is, and the output will be instance IDs and the public IPs. That will be the output for this EC2. Okay, so variable, region, of course, is going to be a US East one. And another variable too, which is the environment, so and another one, the VPC ID, type string, variable subnet ID. Okay, so that's what we have in our variable. Okay, so and it is the same for our IAM, our S3, and also our VPC. Okay, so now here, this is in our root project. This is where we have our main, um, which will actually have a like here. So we have the VPC. So it's gonna talk about the VPC here, the module VPC. Okay, and we had another module which was what, IAM, right here. So another module, S3. Okay, another module, EC2. Okay, so this is what we have in our main.tf file in the root. Okay, so let me show you the output for everything. So the output will be this, the VPC, of course, ID, and public subnet ID as well, and also private subnet. Okay, and our IAM role, RNN. Okay, and then our S3 bucket, ARN. Okay, our S3 bucket name. Okay, so this is the name, so don't confuse it with the ARN. And our EC2 instance ID. Okay, and then our EC2 public IP. Okay, so this will be our output for this project right here. So provider, of course, AWS. Okay, so here is the best practices, right, um, for DevOps, right, and for also collaboration. So let's say we have in the company we use the Terraform. One of the best practices is to have remote state backend. So which would be using S3 in DynamoDB, for locking. So that's the best practices to do if you use Terraform in collaboration. I mean, in a team. Okay, so that's the best practices to use. All right, so I'm just gonna show you real quick what we have. First of all, let me check and get hold on. Let's see. Okay, so we are connected to this user. Okay, all right, good. So what we can do now here, we just do Terraform init. So it's just going to download all the packages for us and initialize our whole project so we can start provisioning our AWS. Okay. All right, good. So Terraform has been successfully initialized. Okay, so and just to show you, those were the new packages, that was downloaded. So from the init. Okay. All right. So now let's do Terraform plan and see the whole plan. What will be the infrastructure that will be provisioned? Okay. So all the time, make sure you do Terraform plan first, because what it does, it will help detect any errors, before applying. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, good. So the plan was successful, no error um, detected, so we're good to go. Let's just go ahead and apply Terraform apply. We can also do a auto approve, right? But I'm gonna do it manually. Okay, so let's just do Terraform apply. All right, so now we approve it here. All right, so now it's creating all the services for us. Okay. Okay. All right. So, yep, just like that, we successfully provisioned our AWS infrastructure using Terraform, and apply completed. So resources, so 9 resources was added. So this is the output, EC2, yeah, IAM role, S3 bucket, and let's go ahead and confirm that in our console on AWS. Okay. Let's let's do S3 bucket. Okay. Oh, all right. Good. Yep. As you can see, this is our bucket. So of course nothing is there because we just created it using Terraform. But yeah, this is our bucket. Okay, and it was created, yep, not long ago. Okay, so let's see our EC2. All right, good. Yep, this is our EC2. So 2 EC2 instances are running. Okay, and yeah, that's what it is. So Yeah. All right. So we successfully provisioned our AWS infrastructure using Terraform. Okay. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.